Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Video Blog.
Pete!
David!
How's it going?
Good mate, how are you?
Very, very good, very good. Very excited because your trick was released.
It was released?
Yes, over the weekend.
Yeah, it was sort of released very quietly.
It was.
In fact, we didn't even know it got released.
No, no, we didn't. But I come in Monday and saw there were orders for it, so I assumed that, it was released.
We wanted to let you guys be the first to see it, but unfortunately there was a little bit of a hiccup because I had loaded it all on the site and somehow people found it. I'd hidden it and somehow people found it and we started getting orders for it even though we hadn't launched it. So anyway, we have now launched it. It's called Along for the Ride, and I will show you a full performance of that in a moment. Also, we've got a brand new effect to talk about, and we're also going to talk about our beautiful coin range. Okay, so we'll get on to all those in a moment. But this week has been sort of a pretty good week. We had our second AMC Magic Club meeting last night. Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, really good turnout, really good evening, and I think everyone had fun. And someone won the raffle. Yeah, right. So we come up with this idea. We do, as you know, we've just started up our own Alakazam Magic Club based down here in Ashford in Kent. So if you're ever down this way, give us a shout, because if it's a club night, you're more than welcome to visit and join in the fun. But David had this great idea of, and it is a good idea, it's just that we were unlucky. Yeah. So it's a sort of raffle that builds up month by month if it isn't won. And the way it works, a really good idea, you get 51 cards, 53 cards, one of them's a joker, shuffle them up, stick them all to a pin board, which we've got. So whoever wins the raffle will win a raffle prize, but then they get a shot at choosing one card from the board. If they manage to find the joker, they win the prize. If they don't, then next month another prize is added. And the idea is it goes on for months, and there's this massive, great big jackpot. And it come from, I went to a club that my dad goes to, and literally the jackpot's like $3.5 grand. So, it accumulates, people win prizes anyway, even if they don't get the joker, it's a great thing. So we come to it last night, and joker gets one on the first week. Yeah, so that one. It was literally, he went, and that one. Joker, thank you. And I was like, so the prize has already gone out, but I'm going to stick with it. Yeah, and it's going to be good. But congratulations, Lawrence, for winning the prize, and he obviously can do real magic. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But moving on, yes, this week is going to be our last vlog for a little while. Yes, it's going to be our last vlog for, I believe it's 3 weeks. I'm away as of Saturday, and then you're away halfway through my holiday. So when I get back, you're then away. So we're not going to be about for about 3 weeks, but we will be back with a vengeance after that with some new products. But let's talk about this week and all the good fun. So let's start with just a quick word on Reshuffled. Reshuffled. Okay, for those of you that don't know this effect, there was an effect many years ago which I used to perform actually by Paul Gertner called Unshuffled. Right. Really, really neat effect. So for those of you that haven't seen the effect, it is brilliant. You have a card selected, and then you show on the side of the pack that you have just marks. There's just marks all the way down the pack. Then you take the deck, shuffle them together, do this, and they actually see there's 8, I believe it is, tiny unshuffled written up and down the pack. Oh, nice. So then you cut them again, shuffle them again. Now there's 4 unshuffled. Do it again, there's 2. Do it again, there's 1. Then you ask them to turn over the card they selected, and then when you square up the deck again, the unshuffled word turns into the name of their playing card. Very nice. It's really, really cool. Now, what Reshuffled, or is that re-unshuffled? Reshuffled. Reshuffled. What Reshuffled has added to the plot and to the premise is that at the end of the routine, you then spread the deck and every single card now becomes the selected card.
Nice. Yeah.
Now it doesn't take anything away from the effect in the fact that obviously the card selected is, even though actually saying that, this adds a little more in the fact that the card selected, obviously it's a false,
right,
but the card selected on this will feel like a very free selection,
right,
rather than having to go for your standard riffle or whatever.
Nice.
This will feel like a very, very free selection of a card.
Yeah.
So it will feel very, very natural.
It's a nice made deck as well.
Oh yeah, it's a custom printed deck. You obviously have to do your markings on the side, so that way obviously it will work for any language as well. But it's great. You get a custom printed deck in there. You get a link to the streaming video or downloadable video where everything's explained. I haven't watched it yet. I'm very familiar with the old effect or the original effect. It's not self-working, the original wasn't, but apparently in this version Juan Termaris teaches a version where you don't have to do the pharaohs.
Oh wow, okay.
Because I believe when I used to perform it, you had to do 4 perfect pharaohs, which to be fair sounds very daunting, but once you've used, you're only going to use that deck for this trick, and once you've used it, the deck sort of gets that sort of memory where it's just easy to do. Do you know what I mean? The cards seem to just want to go in together and perfectly. So it was one of those things that even with the original version, after a few tries, it wasn't really that hard to do. But people do get scared off of the idea of doing perfect pharaohs. But I haven't seen it, but Juan Termaris, if it's him behind it, then it's going to be a genius version. But he has a version where you don't have to do the pharaohs, so it's almost a self-working version. So that is Reshuffled. The trailer is on our website, so go check it out. Right, so last week we spoke about our VIP mailing list.
We did.
We had a lot of people sign up to it. So that's, obviously if you signed up, you would have realised that we did send out a special offer last week. A lot of people took us up on that.
Yeah, it was on Reshuffled, wasn't it?
And it was on Reshuffled, so obviously if you weren't a member of the list, you missed out on that. But there's still time to sign up. Just go onto our website, sign up to the VIP list, and then occasionally, it won't be every day, it won't be every week, but occasionally we will send you offers on some great magic, and those offers are only available to people on our list. They won't be advertised on the site. So if you want to be part of it, sign up now. Right, so the next thing we should talk about is our Pro Coin series.
And I have to say, even before I started working here, I was a proud owner of a Coin Unique £2.50p. I believe you guys were the kind of starters.
Yes, indeed. The Coin Unique. I'll just say that the Pro Coin series, the Alakazam series of coins, we have our own engineer that makes these coins. We've had him for 25 years. He is a master craftsman. Now, I know for a fact that you can go on places like eBay and you can buy Coin Uniques for cheap.
But they are rubbish, and I'm saying that from experience. I got £1 1p once, and you could just tell there was something going on with that coin. It's rubbish. They are, you do get what you pay for when you go into things like Coin Magic, because they are all hand crafted. Our engineer sits there and makes each coin in turn. It's not computerized. He hasn't got a CNC. He's got a little watchmaker's lathe, and he drills out and does all the bits he needs to do. Now, with regards to the £2.50p, the Coin Unique, obviously we can't take credit for. It's been around for years. But it was my idea and my design for the £2.50p Coin Unique. So Alakazam were the first people to bring that out. But as with a lot of things nowadays, other companies jumped on the bandwagon and they started making £2.50p Coin Uniques. But I was going to say, you would be able to tell the difference from a mile off. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we had a customer come in last week who had purchased one from somewhere else, and the 50p was round.
Yeah, literally. So that's what's great about this one, and I'll do a performance with it in a moment, but it does just look like a 50p coin.
Yeah.
You've got all the sides on it. And that's what really adds that extra selling point really to coin unique.
Yeah.
In their mind, well, no, that's got jagged edges, so how would that fit inside there?
And the other nice thing about a £2, I believe the £2.50p is the best coin unique out there if you're going to do a coin unique trick, because you've got different shaped coins, you've got big coins, they're different coloured coins. The other thing which is really strange is there is a weird optical illusion that goes on when the coins are side by side, and it's obviously to do with the shape of the 50, but this 50 actually looks at least the same size as the £2 coin, if not bigger.
Yeah.
So it sort of doesn't make sense. If you go for something like a pound and a penny, one is obviously smaller than the other. With the £2.50, there's this weird sort of illusion going on that they look at least the same size, if not the 50p is bigger than the £2 coin. But it's such a beautifully made gimmick. Now, also, I will say that hobbyists that buy £2 coins, or not £2 coins, buy coin uniques, they seem to want the old Scotch and soda fit, where you hand the coin out for examination, it's a puzzle, and your spectator don't know what's going on. Pros that use them and people that use them like a weaker magnet, so you can get them out easily. The idea is with a coin unique is you don't hand it out to be examined. They're not puzzles. If you hand out any coin or any gimmick which is gimmicked to a spectator, you're always going to run the risk of them finding it. I remember when I first got the Matchbox block, not the ones we sell now, but the originals from Spain. The gimmick was beautiful, and all you need to do is you tip it out into their hands, they go, oh my god, it's a block, you take it back. But when I first got it, you really want everything examined, because you want to sit back and go, how do I do that? And I've done it to some people, left it with them quite confidently, come back and he was going, oh. So that taught me that lesson that don't hand it out. Even if you really feel you can, there's no point, because if you start handing stuff out, even if I was to hand you something ungimmicked to examine, if I hand it out and say examine that, when I then do something that's gimmicked, you're now going to go, well, why can't I look at that? He let me look at this. Do you know what I mean? So you're sort of creating that thing.
You do it in the moment where they feel they have examined it.
Without saying,
without saying, check this out. There we go. And there is £2 and there's the 50p. And then boom, it's like they've touched it, they've checked it really, but it's all in your performance.
And it's like Sharpie through card. When you do that, you just take it and say, and there's your card. I'm not saying examine it, I just go, and there's your card. They're going to naturally do those things. You don't make a point of it. But anyway.
Shall we go on to a quick...
let's show you the £2 50p coin unique.
I'm going to show you a little trick with a glass and some coins, if you want to come down to the table. These coins is £2 and a 50p. Peter, what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay them in the glass. There's no way I can tamper with them. And I simply want you to name one of the coins, £2 or 50p.
We'll go for the £2.
Yeah, it's a very quick trick, so don't take your eyes off them, because I'm going to do this. Just shake them around. And you said £2, so I'll leave you with the £2 just about here. And in my hand over here, that's where the 50p lies. So
that was the £2 50p.
That's my favourite.
And my favourite, which I carry everywhere, I carry one of these effects with me in my wallet in a little envelope, and I'm always ready to go.
Yeah, and it's a good little point, the little envelope, because I used to carry a coin unique, not an envelope in a separate compartment, and it just had this outline on my wallet. Like the outline of the coin.
I haven't got my wallet on me, mine has.
So make sure you put your coins in something, otherwise you just have this random...
And the other thing is as well, always keep your gimmick coins separate, because believe it or not, people spend them. We have a lot of people that come in that have spent cigarette throughs, they've spent coin uniques.
Mainly in vending machines as well. It's the most expensive chocolate bar you'll ever have.
Do you know what? I used to have a customer, I think I've told you this, I used to have a customer that used to go and empty vending machines in like London Underground and British Rail. And later on he got a job doing it because he was so good. But he used to come round my house with like bags of bits of coins, like, you know, things like the flap off a £2 coin and stuff like that for a cigarette through, where people had dropped them in, and obviously as soon as you drop them in, the coins separate because of magnets or just the
and I don't think it gives you the chocolate either, because
no, it hasn't got the correct weight. That's cost me 30 quid. And I didn't get my chocolate.
At least you got a Twix, you're happy. At least I got something in return.
But it's always worth keeping your gimmick coins separate. I do carry some in my wallet, but I've got like a multi-fold sort of gimmick card purse or coin purse, whatever it was. I got it from Card Collection, and I've just got different coins in there. So I've got double-headed for things like mentalism effects. I've got coin unique, my reoccurring, which I carry, and I've got a spare set. But reoccurring coins, when I'm putting, I think I've mentioned this before, in my car and in Jenny's car, I've got like a little wash bag, and I've got like a close-up act in it. I've got some sponge balls, I've got a few packs of cards, I've got an Omni deck, you know, a ring flight, I've got a few things like that.
Which is a great idea, because you never get caught short.
No, you're always ready, and I've got a reoccurring coins because it's just such a nice little trick. But yeah, so anyway, onto reoccurring coins. What is it? It's better known as hopping halves. It's a trick that uses 2 coins. It appears to be, when a spectator views it, it appears to be 1, very magical. 2, it looks like you're doing some serious sleight of hand. But the benefit is, it's almost self-working.
Coins do all the work.
The coins do all the work. The other thing is, it comes with written instructions, but for you guys, if you purchase the reoccurring coins, you've got to check on our site. It will either be listed under UK hopping halves or reoccurring coins. They're all made by our engineers, so the quality is top-notch. With reoccurring coins and that, you get a lot for your money with regards to gimmicks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to film a tutorial for you guys. So if you purchase it, it will go straight into your account. It's such an easy effect to do. But it's great, and it works great walk around, and it works great tables. And
there is a lot, as I said, there's a lot of magic happening just off this 2 coins. So shall we have a look at it?
Let's we'll go. I will say as well, before we have a look at it, that it's available in different sort of currencies. It's in sterling, but you've got a 10p 2p version. There's a £2 2p version as well, you know. Cool. So you've got a choice there. So anyway, let's go on to reoccurring coins. I've always been fascinated by con games, especially con games that used to happen years ago, many years ago. And this is one that I was told about and taught that used to happen in all the fates and all the sort of fairs that used to go about. It used to use 2 old coins. It used to use a big gold coin and a big silver coin. But I'm going to try and show you today using a 10p coin and a 2p coin. The idea would be you would have to try and keep track of one of the coins. So I'm going to take away, let's say, the 10 pence. That's going to go into my pocket. All you would have to do is bet money on which coin was in the hand, the 10 pence or the 2 pence. Which one would you say, the 2 pence? Yeah, you would actually lose because both coins are there. Now I know what you're thinking, maybe the 10p was hidden under the 2p from the very beginning. The 2p's bigger and it makes sense. So I want to show you there are just 2 coins. There's nothing hidden between my fingers. My hands are empty, just 2 coins. This time we'll take the 2p coin. I'll pop that into my pocket. Now once again, it's down to you to bet your money, and you would bet it on the 10p, but once again, you would lose. Both coins are there. We have the 2p, we have the 10p. Once again, nothing hidden between my fingers, just 2 coins. The 10p coin is going to go in my pocket, leaving 1 coin in my hand. Which coin's in the hand? The 2p. Once again, you'll lose. Both coins are there. Now remember, there's nothing hidden between my fingers, just the 2 coins. This time I'll give the spectator the choice. Whichever coin they say, let's say they say the 2 pence, I'll reach in, I'll take just the 2 pence, nothing hidden between my fingers, and your spectator can now guess at which coin. In fact, I'll let you guess at the 10p, the 2p, or both. Both? Yeah, no, you're never going to win at this. Right, so that was reoccurring coins, and now on to my new baby.
Yes, this is awesome. We've had the pleasure of demonstrating this when we were over in Vegas.
Yeah.
And gave them a bit of a preview of it, and yeah, I mean they flew off, didn't they?
Yeah.
They loved it. It's just so it basically ticks the boxes. It's commercial, it's practical, it's easy, and the reset's quick.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of magic happening in the spectator's hands, which is brilliant, and you're left with the weird souvenir, well not souvenir, but the weird
you've got the weird altered object in your hand physically. Yeah,
it's great. It's brilliant.
Well, the thing is, anyone that knows the sort of magic that I create and has purchased my products in the past know that usually what I release are things that I've created for myself.
Yeah.
That's the idea. I will create something for myself, and then usually I'll show someone and they'll go, oh, I'd love to have one. And that's when I realise, okay, I can market. I don't usually, well, I don't sit there and create items to market.
Yeah.
I create them, and then there's a lot of stuff that I've created that really just suits me.
Yeah.
But there's other stuff where people go, oh, can you get me one? Can you make me one? And everything. And this was one of those tricks.
I think I asked you as soon as I saw it. Can you get me one printed up, please?
The thing is, it's I use it. Anyone that, like I said, follows my stuff will know that years ago I had a trick out called Runaway Joker.
Yeah.
I saw a magician once on an old videotape. I'm trying to think who it was, actually. But basically what he did was he just had a little wallet that said jokers on it, and he said we all get jokers and everyone just throws them away, but I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I could do some magic with them so I could get some use out of them? And he took the jokers out and he started doing a wild card routine. Yeah. And it was really, really nice, and I love the idea that no one questioned the fact that there's loads of jokers, because if you do wild card and you're doing loads of 9 of spades, it's a great trick, don't get me wrong, but it sort of doesn't make sense. It's like, why have you got loads of 9 of spades? And not that they question it, it doesn't really matter, but with jokers, if you've got 9 of them, there's nothing weird with that, because you don't use them, you just put them to the side. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it just makes perfect sense. So I've always loved the idea of doing things with jokers, and I had a trick out called Runaway Joker, which I still perform today, and we are going to be relaunching that in about 6 weeks.
It's a great trick.
It's a really nice trick. It's sort of a Chicago opener type effect, but it uses a joker.
There's some really nice visuals in it as well.
Yeah, we've added a nice bit where they actually see the joker running down the deck, which is quite nice. It's quite a nice moment. It really gets lay people. But the idea I had was to be able to bring out a wallet that said spare jokers. This is just a packet trick wallet, you can buy them anywhere, and I've just stuck a sticker on it. But I would sort of open it up, remove one of the jokers, do Runaway Joker, and then go into this and then do Along for the Ride. And it just sort of made a nice little set.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway,
show me it.
Enough talking, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, David, have you ever heard the term less is more?
Yes.
Yeah, do you actually know what it means? I never really understood what it meant until I was trying to create a magic trick.
Right.
And I'll explain what it is. Every time you get a deck of cards, you get some jokers in them.
Yeah.
Now, most people will throw away the jokers, but I keep them. I've got a big pile of jokers, and one day Jenny come in and said, get rid of those, you never use them. And I went, no, I am going to use them, because I hate throwing things away, right? So I thought, right, I've got to make up a magic trick with these. I've got to create a piece of magic.
Right.
So Jenny will let me keep my jokers.
Okay.
I don't want to throw them away.
Right.
All right? So for this, if you've got jokers, you can try this at home. You just need 4 jokers. Very, very important, they're identical on the back.
Yeah.
Very important they're identical on the face.
Yeah.
In fact, hold your hands out for me. So this is where less is more comes in.
Right.
I'm going to take 2 of the jokers. I'm going to place 1 here and 1 here.
Yeah.
And that's going to leave me 2 of the jokers.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if I could make my jokers and your jokers change places? Would that be the perfect effect? And then I thought to myself, well, hang on a minute, I would know magic has happened, but you wouldn't.
No.
So this is,
same.
they all look the same, they're all identical.
Yeah.
This is where less is more. Watch carefully, because instead of getting my jokers to jump over to your cards and yours to jump over to mine, what if I could actually freeze the moment halfway through to show you the magic?
Yeah.
Just like this.
I love that. That's great.
Where my jokers vanish off my cards.
That's so cool.
But they've got to have gone somewhere. Turn over your 2.
There they are.
They're along for the ride.
Very, very good.
And that's it. I mean, to anyone that's been performing magic for a while, you'll know that I've been heavily inspired by some giants out there. This is standing on the shoulders of giants when it comes to tricks. To me, the benefits of this is, like I said, it's using 4 jokers, but you've got that visual moment.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can really think back and go, oh, he must have just switched it. There's no sleight of hand. The cards vanished and it's appeared. Do you know what I mean? It's got more magical moments for me, and you've left them with these sort of weird objects.
Yeah, I mean, the other effects are great. As you say, you're standing on the shoulders of giants with it. Let's say, for example, I had 4 4s and I was swapping my 4s for your 4s. As a magician, I could be quick with my hands and get it in there to swap them out. But in this instance, you're altering the actual design of a card.
Yeah.
So for me, that moment is far bigger. You've changed something in their hands rather than switch something out. It's not a switch; it's a change, which is to a magician and a layperson is a strong thing.
Yeah, And the thing is, for me, it's just one of those. It's one of those tricks where, as a magician, to be fair, actually, the reviews it's been getting on the cafe have been phenomenal, because the people that are workers look at it and just go, I can see exactly how that's going to play. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
And believe you me, I've performed it hundreds of times, and the reactions are just what you expect them to be.
Yeah.
You know, if you do things like NFW, if you do things like sliver or double back, you know how strong the reactions are.
Yeah.
But now you've got that nice visual bit where the Joker just seems to sort of vanish off the cards, and it's now in their hands.
Yeah. They're printed lovely as well. They look awesome.
They're all specially printed gaffs. We've designed the gaffs, and the great thing for you guys at home is there is no sleight of hand. There is no sleight of hand. So whether you're just getting into magic or whether you're a seasoned pro, you're going to be able to pick that up and do it straight away. It comes with a streaming video where I teach absolutely everything. But it's one of those things you're just going to love to carry about with you, and you're just going to love performing it, because the reactions are great. They really are good.
Completely.
So that, my friends, is along for the ride. I hope you enjoy it. That's all I can say about it, really.
Yeah. Get yours now.
Right, so that's about it for this week.
Yeah, some great items there, and workable, practical items as well. So
definitely. Awesome. So we hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. Remember, we're not going to be here for a few weeks. Obviously, Alakazam will still be running under the capable hands and management of Andy Smith, who's on holiday this week. Yeah, so you still get all your orders out. We just won't be here to show you the latest stuff, pretty much. But 3 weeks later, we will, but check our site, because that will always be updated, and make sure that you're following us here. There's our YouTube channel where you can see all of the latest videos. I think we're up to something like 50 videos now. Brilliant. Yeah, there's like 25 or 30 hours of us talking. Lovely. which is enough to kill anyone. But check back over them. I'm sure you've missed some. I think it was over a year ago we started number 1. If you haven't seen them, there's still some great products that we have spoken about. So over the next few weeks,
have a look back over some of the old ones. And
then it will be like we've never been away.
Yeah, there you go. Choose one a week for the next 3 weeks. But subscribe here, guys. Anything left to say?
I think that is it.
Okay,
Oh.
You're gone.
Big news when we're back, hopefully, for all our customers that live in America.
Yes, indeed. That will be awesome. Are you going to say, or are you just going to leave it there?
I'm leaving it as that.
Brilliant. So make sure you tune in when we're back. I'm going to wrap it up now.
Yep.
Thanks so much for your continued support and for watching this week's Alakazam vlog. We'll see you in a few weeks. Alakazam Video Blog.